What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Today, I'm going to be doing my recap for UFC 326. And man, holy shit. Before, in my prediction video and everything, I was like, this fight, this card is going to be amazing. There's going to be a lot of finishes. I was quite confident in my picks. And holy shit, was it a terrible night for me. I think I only got 4 out of 12 fights correct. That's fucking horrendous. And the fights overall weren't even that good. We'll get into them. But starting off with the main event, Max Holloway versus Charles Oliveira. I think this was a robbery. I think Max should have won. I'm just joking. Complete domination for Olives. It was fucking Jesus. It was crazy. And I see a lot of people saying like, "Oh, dude, Charles Oliveira is just like Hamza. It's just like Islam versus DDP or Islam versus JDM." I don't think so. I disagree. Yeah, I don't think this was a BMF fight. You know, Dustin versus Max, that was a BMF fight. Gaethje versus Max, that was a BMF fight. Shit like that. This really wasn't. But if it was like a regular fight and people were complaining about Olives just like being like Islam or Hazmat, I would disagree because the entire time Olives was throwing elbows, throwing ground and pound, also really like searching for submissions. He was searching for Max's neck 24/7. He was trying really fucking hard to get that rear naked choke and other submissions too. So it wasn't like that. Yeah, it was boring. Um, but it was just because it was on the ground. Max, great job at defending. Honestly, that impressed me. His defensive against submissions, that surprised me. But overall, yeah, it was a boring fight. BMF fight, not worthy of a BMF fight, you know what I mean? But it was a good fight, or not a good fight. If it was a regular fight, yeah, it would be okay. Yeah, I'd be really, really impressed. I'm still really impressed, but that what I'm trying to just say is it's not a BMF fight, not a BMF performance. But holy shit, it was so surprising. It was so surprising. I was in shock at how easy it was for Olives to win this, to just control Max Holloway like that is insane. It's insane. There's nothing really to talk about. I mean, the entire fight was the same thing. You know what I mean? Like just Olives getting him to the ground. Like after the second round, I don't really understand. Like I understand. Look, I get that even if you're going against a grappler, you can't just completely restrict your striking. But dude, you gotta understand if you're going against someone like Charles Oliveira, you gotta be really fucking careful with your kicks. You see it all the time. Strikers against grapplers, they throw kicks. It doesn't even matter what kind. Head kicks, body kicks, leg kicks. Dude, if they get in like an inch of your leg in their hand, it's over. You're taken down. Especially against Charles Oliveira. I don't know. Maybe that's just a little bit. But yeah, uh, crazy performance. Not BMF worthy, but what are you gonna do? It is for the BMF belt. Whatever. On to co-main. Kyber Hollow versus Reina de Ritter. This was an actual good fight. I was pleasantly surprised at how good it was. Yeah, at times it could have been boring, and it maybe is boring. Round two, I do see Kyle winning. It wasn't a robbery, but I will say this: I don't think it was 30-27. I think Reina de Ritter easily won. Not easily, but did win the second round. He controlled Kaio. You know what I mean? First, Kaio all day, piecing Reina de Ritter up. Dude, RDR has a chin. You got to give him that. He's got a chin. Just piecing him up. In the third, Kaio landed I don't think it was a takedown. It was like a reversal. Oh no, it was a takedown, I guess. Um, landed a takedown. Kind of just laid there for a few seconds and then tried to get a triangle, arm triangle, I'm pretty sure. I forget. But yeah, good fight. Good performance by Kyle. I guess it is hard to get Randy DeRitter out of there, except if you're Brendan Allen and RDR is having 5 fights a year. But good fight. Not a robbery. On to Jesus Christ. Rob Font versus Raul Rosas Jr. Fuck. Yeah, dude, my predictions were absolute dog shit, I gotta say. But yeah, Rob Font. I actually gave him the first round. I thought he did more. Yeah, I swear to God, these strikes are wrong. What these people have on this website are wrong. Maybe if I go rewatch it, you know, I'll change my mind. But for right now, I don't think so. But Rosas Jr. He had like 2 minutes of ground control, and the entire fight, he did jack shit with the ground control. He didn't do anything on the ground. He wasn't like Charles Oliveira. He wasn't chasing submissions. Sometimes, well, not even sometimes, barely. He barely threw ground and pound. He just laid there. That was really disappointing. But I was surprised at Rob Font too. Uh, just sucked. Really did. It's like his performance against Matsumoto and Kyler Phillips and shit. It's like those never happened. It's like he lost all of his grappling IQ. Like seriously, what? I don't even know. But yeah, I do think Rosas won. Not even close. 29-28 in my mind against Rob Font. Good win, I guess. Didn't do anything against the ground, but whatever. On to finally some action. Drew Dober versus Michael Johnson. Drew Dober continuing the cycle of beating only black fighters. It's crazy. I told my dad that, and he was like, "That's a fucking crazy stat. Why do people know that? Why do people look into that?" It's great. Drew Dober's great. He's awesome. I did think Michael Johnson won the first round. I think that's a given. And I picked Johnson because of the speed. In the first round, that was evident. Michael Johnson, super fast, faster than Dober, was landing more than Dober in the first round. And then in the second round, Dober threw it wasn't really like a feint jab. It was more like a half-ass jab, just to throw it out there, and then came over with the right hand. Brutal knockout. That was really surprising. Good performance by Dober. I really hope that he gets performance of the night. Alas is probably gonna get performance of the night too. Sorry, but yeah, good performance. Michael Johnson. I think he's 39. That's fucking crazy, but he's still super fast. So yeah, I don't know what the UFC does with him next. I don't know. Drew Dober. Maybe give him one more win and then give him a ranked opponent. Who knows? Anyways, good win. On to first card on the main event. A main card. First fight on the main card. Sorry. Robocop. Gregory Rodriguez versus Bruno Ferreira. This was crazy. Holy shit, this was crazy. Another prediction I got brutally wrong. Robocop. Round 1 KO. One punch KO too. This was just went right over the top. Landed straight on. I've never seen a punch more straight on the button of someone's chin. This shit was brutal. Really good performance by was it even a performance? It was so quick, you know? It was crazy. He was that's funny. With the Jack Hermanson KO, another reason why it was so popular, because, he KOs him, knocks him down, he's already out. It's so clear that Hermanson's done. And then Rodriguez with the brutal last punch just gets it in there right on his face. But this time he held back. It was cool. Good to see. Bruno was definitely out. But yeah, really good performance. I mean, performance of the night. It's not really a problem to give out. There was no fight of the nights, so just give three out. Three performance of the nights. Oliveira, Drew Dober, and Rodriguez. Yeah, pretty easy. As we got into the prelims, Cody Garbrandt versus Jiao Long. Jiao Long. This was fucking nuts. This was honestly, I don't even think this is a hot take. This was more entertaining than the main event. I've never seen, even Joe Rogan or DC said this, I've never seen anyone throw up in the octagon before. Yeah, and like amateur and shit, but especially in the UFC, that is fucking crazy. Two brutal dick and ball shot, almost like back to back. That was insane to see. Um, Cody Garbrandt does not deserve this win, really does not. And what's even more funny is after the shots, after he recovered and everything, before the fight resumed, he was like, "Oh, dude, what the fuck you doing? You want to fucking fight? I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm gonna fuck you up, man." And then Long is like, "Sorry, but." He gets mad too. They both get mad at each other, staring each other down and shit. And then Cody Garbrandt runs at him, tries to flying knee him. That shit doesn't land at all. And then he goes back to his usual performance. Doesn't throw fucking anything. Long landed some good shots, especially in the first with the head kick. Cody Garbrandt, I wonder, they don't count it. I swear that elbow in the clinch against the cage was a knockdown. At first I didn't see it, but on the replay, Xiao Long did go to one knee. So honestly, I'd count that as a knockdown. But yeah, Cody Garbrandt only won this because of the 2 points deducted. Also, that's another thing. I've never seen 2 points get deducted before. Maybe that's a first. I'm not quite sure. But fuck. Terrible performance by both of them, honestly. Both deserve to get cut. And I love Cody Garbrandt, but yeah, get him out of here. As we move on to, oh my fucking god, Dante Johnson versus a little burpee. Sorry. Oh my god, pats on the back. Dante Johnson versus Cody Brundage. This shit was fucking terrible, dude. If you're taking Cody Brundage to a split decision in the Big 26, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? Cody Brundage won the first round. Dante Johnson won the second round. The third round, dude, that shit was kind of even. That shit was even. Cody Brundage literally could have won this fight if he wasn't Cody Brundage. You know what I mean? Like, he fucking doesn't throw anything. He didn't throw shit, but when he did throw, he was actually landing. He landed really good jabs, especially in the third round. That's why it made it so close. But I don't think this was a split decision, even though, I just said imagine taking Cody Brundage to a split decision. I don't think it was, but like the fact that it could be a split decision, you know what I mean? Like the fact that it's not method by, TKO is a method or a submission by method. That's crazy. That's fucking nuts. Cody Brundage cut him. Fucking cut him. Finally cut him as the sport. Is he better than Jose Medina? Yeah. But that's nothing to brag about. That's like, what's a good comparison? That's like comparing a pen to a pencil on like what's cooler. You know what I mean? Like some shit like that. Dante Johnson, I had high hopes for this guy. Not anymore. This shit, dude. He literally, in like iCarly, that famous clip or image of iCarly with like MMA gloves on when she's all in her stance. Like his Dante Johnson's stance reminds me of that. It's like feminine esque. if that makes sense. Let me know if you agree. But yeah, his stance is fucking atrocious. Atrocious. It's honestly ugly. Um, yeah, I high hopes. I'm incredibly disappointed. How do you not finish Cody Brundage? What are you doing? I don't know. Cut him. I don't see him go. Not cut him. Maybe give him another fight. Also, Cedricus Dumas, terrible fucking fighter. How is he not cut yet? Go on to next fight. Ricky Tercio versus Alberto Montez. Oh fuck. Yeah, I guess you also have to give Montez performance of the night. Okay, so Rodriguez, Montez, and Oliveira. That's probably performance of the night. I bet you. Dude, I was super surprised. As much as I was surprised by Dante Johnson being a terrible prospect, I was surprised in Alberto Montez actually being a good prospect. This guy was clean as fuck. Ricky Tercio came into this fight, as his usual self, unorthodox, fucking crazy, yelling before not even throwing anything to maybe like psych Montez off, shit like that. And was throwing a lot. Montez not throwing a lot in maybe like the first and second minute, but when he did eventually in the first round, dude, he was landing really good fucking shots, really good striking, really good. And then in the second round, some really good shots too, but eventually, uh, Tercio shot for a takedown. And I knew this was gonna happen. I knew as soon as I saw this anaconda, or him shoot his arm through Tercio, I knew if Alberto Montez gets the anaconda grip, there's no getting out of it. That shit, dude. Ricky Tercio was red, bright fucking red, after 3 seconds. Whatever he does with that anaconda, Darce choke, I mean, sorry, whatever he does with that, it's fucking bewildering. It's insane. Really good performance, really good prospect. Excited to watch him fight again. Excited to see what he does in the UFC. But yeah, really good performance. Next fight, Cody Durden versus Niam Jargal Tumendembrel. First of all, a lot of fighters on this card are probably going to get cut, and if they don't, I mean, they should have. Let me rephrase that. A lot of the fighters who lost on this card should get cut. Cody Brundage, Cody Garbrandt, Xiao Long, Cody Durden. Honestly, yeah, I mean, he didn't look that bad compared to like Cody Brundage, but dude, if you're getting out grappled by two men Bordeaux, what are you doing? This was actually, and I will say this though, this was actually a pretty good fight. It was entertaining to me. The scrambles were really good. It was a good fight. Uh, there's not much to say about it. It was really just a grappling fest, but like I said, really good scrambles. Like I did have a good time watching it. You know what I mean? Uh, but yeah, I think yeah. Oh yeah, one of the weird part. A minute, like I think in the third round, in the second round too, Durden was emoting, or not emoting, but like complaining to the ref that, oh, he's not doing anything, but like two men Dembrell got him into that position and just sat there for like a single second, and then Cody Durden started emoting, and then in the third round he does the same thing, but this time he gives like the middle finger, like what are you doing? And then also two men Dembrell cut him too. He's not good. He was cheating a bunch. The late punches were crazy, especially at the end of the fight. It didn't land, and on like first watch, I thought it did land because Cody Durden like held his eye and like went back onto his back. But in the replay, this shit was like Kamaru Usman versus Colby Covington. it was it wasn't even close to landing. And then all you see is Cody Durden grab his eye and shit and just fall back. It was hilarious. But yeah, he was cheating a lot. Durden got out grappled, At one point, he did have an arm triangle that could have been in, and he could have submitted Tumen Dembélé, but he just waited there. And then after maybe like a minute, he went for the arm triangle. But then, and it was kind of close, so we'll give him that. But then Tumen Dembélé just rolled to the left side and stopped it. But like, what are you doing, Durden? Honestly, cut Durden, cut Tumen Dembélé, cut all the other guys I just said. Yeah. Moving on. Sumerdarji versus Jesus Aguilar. Got this pick wrong, of course. Dude, this shit was depressing to watch. Jesus Aguilar just I mean, and to be honest, he didn't make rooting for him easy. This guy was just just running at Sumerdarji, swinging punches, not even looking at him. It was like he was looking at the ground or with his eyes closed, just rushing in. There's not much to say about this. He got outclassed with technique, but also Sumerdarji is fucking. I mean, dude, look at this. Look at this guy's build. He uses his reach really good. He's got a super long reach. His height, he's a really tall fucker compared to Jesus Aguilar. You can even see it right here. It's crazy. It's a big difference. And even in the grappling, Sumerdarji just was stronger. Easily tossed Aguilar around. Yeah, not much to say. A good fight. I wouldn't say a scrap. More like a good, entertaining pity party. Because Sumerdarji was just lighting Jesus Aguilar up. As we get on to the final two fights of the card. Rafael Tobias versus Dr. Nagoza. Fuck, I butchered that name. Yeah, cut Rafael Tobias. Another thing, a lot of the what's it called? Dana White Contender Series guys didn't look good on this card at all. Not at all. Rafael Tobias has pretty good grappling. What does he do in the first round? Not even one single takedown attempt. What the fuck are you doing? Dr. was submitted by Brennison Ribeiro. In his last fight, he got Ezekiel choked. He doesn't have grappling. What the fuck are you doing by not shooting a takedown? Dr. just outclassed him with the striking. I don't fucking know, dude. It was fucking terrible. In the second round, he did hurt Dr. I forget what punch it was, but he did hurt him, and then he went for a takedown instead of trying to continue on the feet. This guy gets full mount, and he goes for the sloppiest arm triangle attempt I've ever seen in my life, instead of just ground and pound. And the arm triangle attempt was so sloppy, he just gets reversed. And he loses position, and he loses that round, even after he could have won it. He just gave this shit away. I will say Dr. has a really good body type. That shit was kind of impressive to me. But yeah, I mean, what are you doing, dude? And then the second and third round, he did shoot for takedowns. Only got one. Got one in the third. I don't even remember him getting one in the third. But at the end, 5 seconds left on the clock, he goes for a Suliev stretch. What are you doing, dude? What the fuck? Yeah, good win for Dr., I guess. Cut Rafael Tobias. Don't give him another chance. Last fight, or I should say first fight of the night. Luke Fernandez versus Rodolfo Bellato. This shit was crazy. Luke Fernandez was looking really good on the feet, piecing up Bellato. I think he made his nose bleed. Was looking really good, and eventually just got hit with like the shortest but the prettiest left hook. Drops Fernandez, and then just gets on top of him and ground and pounds him. Pounds him. He just pounds him, yeah, after he drops him. But yeah, it was crazy. Terrible start to my evening, but to be honest, it was a terrible evening for my picks. Honestly, don't follow my predictions at all. Or wait until I get them right, and then after I get them right, pick them. Choose me. But yeah, overall, Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, it was a really good performance by Bellato, except that he was getting pieced up. But yeah, saves his UFC career. If he lost, he would have been cut. Gave Luke Fernandez another chance. He's actually a decent prospect. Went from a good prospect to a decent prospect. Yeah, good performance by Bellato. Overall, this fight was, I mean, this event, in my mind, to be honest, was dog shit. Not dog shit, but it was bad. I was expecting a lot more. But yeah, hey, at least we got the White House fight card announced, and we know all about that, which I'm gonna make a video on that tomorrow. Stay tuned for that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Appreciate you guys for watching. Let me know what you guys thought of the card. And voice crack, sorry, shit. Let me know what you guys thought about the card. Let me know what your guys' thoughts on Charles Oliveira's performance. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for my next video, and see you later.